What's going on, everybody? As you can see, we're a little late tonight. Joey didn't show up. That's why we're blaming it on Joey. No, he's watching his Florida
Go
game.
Cougars.
No, go Gators.
Cougars. They're a team of destiny. Come on.
Team of destiny.
Team of destiny. They're a 1 seed.
Yeah, but we're gonna play a little trivia tonight. Right, Bob?
Yes, we are.
It's a sport that I've heard of. I believe it's golf. I believe that's what the Masters
Yeah, it is just another 4-letter word.
It's a type of game invented in Scotland, my homeland. So
you know what? There's 18 holes on a golf course.
There is 18. That might be a question tonight. You might have just given it away.
Oh, it might be. It might not be. I don't know, but I wonder.
Can you make the QR code bigger? Can you click on it?
Do you think I know how to do that? No.
Just click on the QR code. I think that's all you do. Ian, you want to play?
I have no idea what the questions are because I wanted to play along.
Yes, that's smart. It'll be a surprise for all of us.
But I need to remember to tell that story of why there's 18 holes on the golf course, in case it is a question. You know what? If it is a question, we're giving away the answer. There's 18 holes on a golf course because there's 18 shots in a fifth of whiskey.
Interesting.
That is a really, really interesting stat. I did not know that.
Yes. So you'd have your 9 and you'd be walking away from the clubhouse and you have 9 more shots coming back.
Oh, wow.
That's why an old European course that you'd see are straight out and straight back, especially like Ireland and Scotland area.
Right.
They're just long, straight.
Long and straight. Yep.
Yes. And the weather kicks your rear end. I was playing one time in Ireland, and I swear I hit driver sand wedge into a par 5, and I hit driver 3-wood into a par 4.
The glory of straight downwind and straight upwind.
One of them. I striped every one of the shots too. It was a 5-club win.
I go on a golf trip every summer in May, usually either in Florida or out of Florida. I went to Hammock Beach golf resort. That's probably not too far north of you, Bob. Maybe an hour and a half of Orlando, and it's right on the water. Hammock Beach, and one of the courses there is right on the water. The 18th hole runs along the beach coming in to the green, and the day we played there had to be a 35-45 mile an hour wind into you, and I hit driver on a 440 yard par 4 and still barely got the second shot onto the green, and I striped both the driver and the driver off the deck, which I was very proud of, and still 3-putted for bogey, which made me very sad.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun.
No. But you know what is fun? What is fun? Masters Week.
It is. Who you got this week?
I'm still finalizing the betting card, but early returns are centered around Xander Schauffele and Brooks Koepka.
Okay.
Because Brooks, I thought, should have won it a few years ago. Really just had a great shot, and Rahm just came right up behind him and stole it right out of his grip. And I finally think Xander's healthy off the rib injury to start the year. You're getting a great number out there at 20-1. Though, I think it's a number you would see if he was fully healthy as well. So I think the sports book thinks that he's fully healthy. So this is a course that really lines up well for a guy like Xander as long as he hits his driver straight. And I think he does it this week and finally takes down, gets a green jacket for himself. What about you, Bob?
So I'm gonna go a little deeper on it, and I'm gonna take Victor Holander.
Okay.
Victor Hovland.
I like Victor. I like Hovland this week.
Yeah, he. So I've liked the kid since college. Big. He was a Sooner. Yeah, City. He was in Oklahoma somewhere. But
yeah, he went to Oklahoma State.
State, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a Cowboy. But he impressed me as an amateur out.
Mm-hmm. He won low amateur here.
Yeah.
He won low amateur. Yep.
And we all know that the Augusta's a player's course. You either know how to play it or you don't. It's the only event that doesn't change. It doesn't change venues. Every other one's in a rotation. Yep. This is the only event that is 100% invitational. Like, they don't set that field until yesterday after that final win. And like Scott was asking me last week, what do we have a field yet? And I'm like, we won't have a field till Sunday at 7 p.m. Yep. Speaking of which, we should probably bring this up. We could join the fantasycares virtual charity golf tournament. Mm-hmm. I don't know what Scott put up for.
Just go to fantasycares.org/campaigns. That's where you can find all our campaigns. You can find that and Zach Reed's rookie report. That's where you go. I think we should get into the trivia, and we can talk about this stuff during the show at various times and whatnot.
We can.
Feels like we've been
give everyone enough time to sign in.
Yep. Looks like it's been 15 to 17 for a while. Oh, 16.
We just got Frank in the chat. Frank just waits till the last second.
No, he was in. I think his
phone died out on him
and left and jumped back in to change his avatar. That's what I'm betting.
You know what? Is he in there twice? All right. Well, let's get started then.
Oh, Reddit FF got in last second. Look at that.
All right, Scott, you're going to have to read them.
I'm going to have to read them?
Yeah.
Because I'll know the answers. All right, question 1. In what city is the Masters tournament held? What city is the Masters tournament held? Wow, everybody got that super quick. Super quick. And I'm going to call misclick on the Atlanta guy. I think that their finger was just hovered a little too high on the screen. I'm going to call misclick on that one.
Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. I got to hit next.
You do.
Wow.
Everybody's super, super quick on that one.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I clicked it as I was reading, and I'm in 15th place, and I'm only 14 points behind. And I'm in 10.
I am 10 points behind, and I'm in 12th.
So people were very, very quick.
8th place.
On that quick Augusta, Georgia. Very, very cool. Oh, we're going fast and furious. What is the name of the golf course the Masters golf tournament is held? What is the golf course?
Oh, that was a misclick by me.
Oh, Bob's out of the running. What is the name of the golf course the Masters golf tournament is held?
It always is wild to me. It always is wild to me how Augusta National differs from so many other country clubs. They go around and they try to buy up as much land around the course as possible year after year, just so they can continue developing parts of it into
they're kind of like Disney.
Intriguing part. Yeah, they're just trying to I read a story last year about this one family that has a house like really, really close to the grounds, and Augusta National has been trying to get them to sell. Offered them, I believe, in excess of $4 or $5 million, and they have not sold their home, and they just continue to live there with one of the highest, just property values in that area of Georgia because they refuse to sell. I get
it. Like our house is nearing on twice as much as what we bought it for, its value, and we bought this as our forever home. It's not a multi-million-dollar property next to Augusta, but I mean, when you find the house you love and the area you love, I kind of get it.
Yeah, I mean, if I lived, I don't know if I lived next to Augusta, even if I couldn't attend, like just being in that like environment once a year would be
I would build the highest
worthwhile
structure I possibly could to just sit on top and watch. It goes 300 feet in the air just so I can watch all of the tournament.
A literal bird's eye view.
Scott's going to put in an amusement park, Tower of Terror.
You could charge a penny for parking, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
Parking my
I went to an event a couple weeks ago, and it was outside the city. It wasn't even like a major event. It was just like a little comedy show, and they hit me up for $50 for parking.
Jeez.
I was like, I parked for less than that underneath the Fleet Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried to become as very creative as I possibly can whenever I go to like sporting events like around here. Like it's not too much to park, like, but when I go to like a Florida Panthers game down here, like I'll park across the street at the mall and just walk across the street. If I go to a Dolphins game or if I go to Hard Rock Stadium, I'll park down the street somewhere and just, leave my car there, as long as it's in a safe area and just walk over. Because these parking prices, they're just way too much money. They're $50, $60, $70. And it's just not worth it for a couple hours.
I'll tell you that's one thing.
Get the next question while you tell the next story.
Yeah, anyone that goes to the Fort Lauderdale Sunrise area, look into going to a Panthers game. It is absolutely awesome.
It truly is.
See your team play, and you can get $2 front row seats in the second deck.
Who is the favorite at the FanDuel Sportsbook to win this year's tournament at plus 450? Oh, I should answer on my stupid screen. For those who don't know, as Steve F. is asking tonight, this is Sam Wagman. Sam Wagman, Football Guys. You want to tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do over there at Football Guys?
Absolutely. So I am a fantasy and betting analyst over at Football Guys. A little bit more on the betting side of things with Football Guys. I've worked there for 4 years now, doing a handful of different things, and I am one of the betting analysts there. And we are working on releasing a sports betting guide that will come out a little bit after the NFL draft this year, but aimed at a very educational look at sports betting, and we're hoping you guys really, really like it. So anybody that's out there that is subscribed to Football Guys, you will be able to find that on the website very, very soon. But and also, if you're on Twitter, you can find me on there at Swagman95. I like to yell a lot about golf. You'll obviously guess that's why I'm on this show. Nice. Golf, F1, and football are my three main sports. But golf might be my true love. Honestly, it's become a little bit clear to me.
Nice, very nice, very nice. So this is a fun weekend for you. I suppose this time of year, every weekend has something. That's the beauty.
Yeah, so it's like this. And NCAA are big surgery weekends.
Yes.
We get lucky. Like people who are golf and football fans get really lucky because you get from September to February to watch football every single weekend and multiple times a week. And then from January to August, you get to watch golf multiple times a week. So it's kind of like really the best of both worlds. You always have something to watch on TV. And I think betting on golf is one of the funnest things for someone who's just learning how to sports bet to do, because the risk is so low. You can bet on a golfer to win a golf tournament, at 20-1 odds. He's going to be close to a favorite, and you're able to put, $10 down to possibly win 200. Like the barrier of entry is so much lower for golf, which makes it really fun, and anybody can win a golf tournament.
Nice. Let's hit the next question. Who has won the most Masters titles? It's not me. If I'm on there, it's not me.
Frank in the chat asked, what do you think of Batia this weekend? I think Akshay's an interesting look. He's coming off a miscut last week at the Valero, which he was the defending champion of. So it's not, not the greatest form coming into it. but this is a golf course that he played well at. Last year was his rookie year. Obviously, the Valero win got him into the Masters, which was really nice for him. And he went on to, I think, post a T35 last year and played really well. I mean, Augusta is a place that if you're a lefty, it can work out, honestly, a little bit better for you because some of those shots that are left to right, and also if you're able to hit a fade as a lefty like Batia does, so with the left to right and the right to left shots, guys who can work it both ways will always do well at Augusta, and it's going to favor a lefty swing a little bit more than a righty there. So I do like Batia. Other people got much better numbers, when he was in the triple digits, 120 to 1. So I'm not on that, but I think I'll take a look at betting him in the placement market.
Interesting. Nice. Question 5. Which one of the following holes is not a part of Amen Corner at Augusta National? I think there should be a space in between A and a part there. Oh, no, it is not true. A part of. Oh, I don't know.
No, it should be a part.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. Bob, if you played Amen Corner, Bob, how many balls do you think you would put in the water? Specifically at 12. I think I would put 3 in the water. Right off the bat. Like, I would be so intimidated that I would hit it short every time.
1. I'll put it in the woods before I put it in the water.
Yeah, getting it deep. I mean, getting in those back bunkers is kind of nice. Like, it's kind of flat as long as you're not on the downslope coming off the hill there.
Yep.
But I would much rather be long than short at 12 there at Amen Corner for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Oh, wow, I got that wrong. I thought it was 10, 10, 11, and 12. I thought it was 10, 11, and 12 for some reason.
11, 12, 13. 10's a breeze.
Yeah, 10's easy as long as you hit it straight. You don't end up in the trees there. And then 11.
Yep.
I have a memory of John Rahm hitting that loopy draw. He hits that nice power fade, hit that loopy draw on 10, caught the speed slot, and that was like the weirdest shot shape I've ever seen from him.
What former Masters champion has the bridge pictured here named in his honor?
Oh, I think I misclicked that. Yikes. Oops.
Misclicks get you. I'll tell you. That's why I'm so.
They do. They do.
I mean, it's so easy to misclick. I mean, it's one of my favorite turns. One of my favorite turns is the British, just because you can wake up and watch golf.
Right. Yeah, I meant to click Hogan. I picked Snead by accident. Yeah, I mean, the Masters is just special.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard, really, not to like it. Memorial is probably like a sneaky, like top favorite for mine as well, because I went there several years ago. I mean, if you've never gone to the Memorial Tournament, getting a milkshake there is obviously like the thing you're supposed to do. It lives up to the hype. Just the vibes at Memorial. It's such a perfect golf course. Jack's Place. It's truly got to be one of the best up there.
Nice. Next question, 7 of 12. What is the name of the body of water running through Amen Corner? Is it Rays Creek, Sarah Stream, Babbling Brook, or Green River?
Babbling Brook. It sounds like something out of a Lord of the Rings novel.
Or, yeah, lots of children's books, maybe, too.
Yeah.
People are taking their time on this one.
Yeah, it's taking a little while now.
Yeah, the waste management is one that I think that everyone should go to at least once as well. The people who are a little bit older might, not like that as much because it does get too rowdy, but I think waste management is terrific. I mean, just the vibes that are there are terrific. I go to the Honda or the Cognizant Classic every year because I live down in Palm Beach, pretty close to Palm Beach or PGA National. I love that tournament. I need to go to the Arnold Palmer at least once in my lifetime. Get myself up to Orlando there.
Looks like Frank in the chat now in the lead by a good 59 points.
Yeah, he's got me by 659 points right now.
There were 16 answers on that one, 9 right, 7 incorrect. So that one fooled some people.
Raise Creek.
Good on you, Joey. All right, next question.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Who was the first international player to win the Masters?
Ooh.
Was it Sven Yar, Gary Player, Steve Ballesteros, or Jesper Parnevik? I cannot pronounce those.
Jasper Parnevik.
And it'd be Sevi Ballesteros.
The only player I know on that list is.
And you know what? And the worst thing was that he actually put the picture right on there of who.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He didn't even know who it was.
He
put
did.
That picture in there. The answer is in the picture.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't help me.
If you can tell old pictures, that is.
Gary Player. It's not
Gary.
Be the one I knew. Yeah, that one tricked a third of the people in the game. Nipsey retakes the lead. I feel like Nipsey has already won a prize. So we might be getting down to the point where, has it been a month? I think Joey's rule was a month. So the pandemic moved the Masters to what month in 2020? Was it August, October, September, or November? Once again, I only know one of those answers, one of those months, and I could barely pronounce the other three. So I might have gotten lucky.
This will forever be known. This will forever be known as the Mickey Mouse Masters. Unfortunately,
interesting.
Unfortunately, but still a great win by Dustin Johnson.
Yeah.
November. It was moved to November. Interesting.
It was just the one year.
Yeah, it just made Augusta so soft. I think Dustin won with a score of 20 under, and I don't think I've ever seen the Masters get up that low.
Well, Tiger.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
97. He went bananas. Nobody else under par.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch some highlights of that. I mean, I was just too young. I was 2 when that Masters happened.
I got to witness the whole thing, and it's everything that people make it out to. I mean, it was.
My dad tells me stories. My dad has told me stories. Yeah.
If you can go back and watch the tournaments, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we literally would come off the course, and that's what it would be. It would be watching Tiger on Sunday.
Nice. What is the cut line position, not including ties at the Masters? Top 45, top 50, top 55, or top 60? I actually know this one.
So a little known fact is Retief Goosen made it on the cut line at I want to say it was Shinnecock. Made it on the cut line and I believe won the tournament.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen very often. Do you know who did that this year, Bob? There's only been one guy that's done it this year. Only been one guy that's made it on the cut line this year and won.
I don't.
It was Joe Highsmith at the Cognizant.
Okay. Oh, in the wrong screen again.
And Frank Scheffler was 13 under last year, I think.
11 under. I actually was testing.
11 under? Okay.
Yeah, I was testing from our Masters tournament last year.
That's
I was
right.
testing our Masters contest for this year. It was 11 under. So that's the only reason. That's literally the only reason in the world I know that. I know nothing about golf, but I know that I was testing things earlier, and I was pulling from the 2024 Masters to do it. Which person listed here traditionally does not join the Butler Cabin Green Jacket ceremony? This year's winner, this year's low amateur, oldest living Masters champion, last year's Masters champion.
So Scott had messaged me, what do we do when people get cut for the weekend scores? And he asked if it was 0. I go, 0 is probably going to be a good score for some people on the weekend. So no, it's the worst round of the day goes to people that were cut.
Yep. Okay. Because I noticed last year that's how the Masters scored it. So I was like, okay, if that's how the points they get for the Cup and all that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, 0 is really easy for me to code. I'll have to figure something else out though, potentially.
It could be cut. You just cut equals highest score.
Yeah, could be. Yep.
Okay, it looks like we got one more question. We're gonna look at this podium.
Let's see the leaderboard.
Wow.
One more question in this frame.
Yeah, I don't know how Joey does it with. I'm pretty sure Nipsey's won a prize in the last month. I don't know if Reddit has. I don't know if he goes to the second place finisher. I'm gonna write him down over here.
He usually does if so, and I did battle back up to third there.
Ooh, you're pool and pond.
Pool and a pond.
Pool and a pond. All right.
I'm struggling in 10th.
Oh boy.
Not a good show in here.
All right, final question.
Last one. During the annual par 3 tournament on Wednesday, who generally caddies for the players? Is it straight A Augusta, Georgia elementary students? That'd be hilarious. Local spelling bee champions. Their normal
Even
caddies.
more hilarious. Imagine a local spelling bee champion caddying. What club should I use? Oh, I can spell that.
Oh, from the final podium, third place, pool in a pond.
With a misclick, I'll take that.
Second place, Reddit.
There you go.
I'm guessing Nipsey takes it home. Nice. All right, I got those written down for game 1 to talk to Joey later. But congratulations to the winners. Congratulations. That was a fun little game. I see that Reddit has got the unicorn with the Vipers on. That's what my son said on the first show was the mandatory thing you had to use. So I'm glad that Reddit – maybe Jeremy just uses those anyway. I don't know.
Let me remove this.
Very, very cool.
The other one set up, yeah.
Yeah. While we do that, once again, we'll reiterate, if you go to fantasycares.org/campaigns, you can find all the campaigns we got going on at any given time. Right now, there's only 2 of them, which is Zach Reed's rookie report. You can read all his write-ups on all the incoming rookies. When it updates, it'll update in there for you. So that's good. And you got the Masters contest. Click on that. You can join that one as well. The cool thing about both of these is that after you donate or whatever to join them, it's accessible from your SFB account. So you just log into your SFB account, and right there is where you input your Masters golfers, your foursome of golfers, and it's also where you can read Zach Reed's rookie report. So it's all encompassing. It's pretty cool. You just donate it and it'll send you right back to go to your SFB account and log in, and right there for you on the dashboard, which is pretty cool. Bob, I think you got the music going.
The music kicks back on.
The music kicked back on. Yep.
I'm gonna go refill my water real quick while we wait for some more people.
Yeah, go for it. It's Houston's up 31-28. Looks like Florida is gonna gain some time here. It might be close at halftime in this game.
Well, I'm not. I didn't tell Joey earlier, but I took Houston.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, Frank in the chat says, good luck, everyone, as he is down with the flu and he's ending trivia night early and heading out. Hope you get better, man. Flu is not fun. Do not like the flu. I don't remember last time I had
I'm
the flu.
pretty satisfied with the start to the game for the Gators.
5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe. It's been a long time since I've had the flu.
It was last year.
Was that the flu last year we had? Oh. We got sick briefly last year, and before that it was like COVID in 2021, and before that was like 2019. It's like 2 sicknesses in the last 5 years for me, and I guess one of them was the flu.
Yeah, the last time I was sick was COVID in 2022, I think.
Yeah.
Unless we count me having to get my gallbladder taken out in end of 23. But yeah, that's all I can remember. I don't get sick much either.
No.
Thankfully.
How many we got there? It's been 11 for a while. We can probably start up game.
All right.
Oh, as I love it. Every time I say that, someone jumps in right after like probably start up. Trivia night.
I better get my screen back up. Oh, I lost connection. There we go.
Yep, we got 2 more.
There we
got
go.
Cannonball. We got BB. Got Steve, Simon, Danian, Nipsey, Scampers, Dame, Briefcase. A lot of the regulars in here. I see Rachel Tootsie Pop just jumped in the chat. You want to make the QR code a little bigger? Maybe she'll want to jump in. Joey Gatorbait. I wonder if it's actually Joey or if it's no. Joey wouldn't be playing while he's trying to.
Hey, might be. It's halftime.
It's true.
He could be Joey.
Do we get garage Joey for halftime?
Garage trivia Joey to do these 10 questions. Oh boy.
He's probably in rare form right now.
We are back up. We are back. Rachel's here for the snacks. We are back up to 15.
All right, we're gonna hit start.
All right, let's do it. And okay, no one got in last second. All right, that works. All right, golf trivia pack 2 from Joey Wright. What tournament is not considered part of the Grand Slam? Is it the U.S. Open, the Masters, the PGA Tour, or the Players' Championship? And assuming Nipsey hadn't won in the last month, what did he or Jeremy or whoever win last round? Do we have 2 prizes for this?
I believe Joey must have had something.
Oh, wait, that does appear to be Joey because he just said, I can't play. I wrote the questions.
Did he have prizes for tonight, or it was just like...
Let me look. I would be remiss if I don't say that this is a show in partnership between Footballguys and fantasycares,
yes,
which is very, very cool and awesome. I don't see the 2 prizes. You know what? The 2 prizes are just going to be absolute surprises for whoever wins them. We're gonna find something. We do have golf related stuff though, so we'll find a really cool prize and we'll get it sent out to them, and it'll be a total awesome surprise. Cannonball in first place with 991 with the perfect Ian's version of the perfect avatar you can have in Kahoot. Nice job, Cannonball. Good job. Question 2. In non-tournament course play, what does one have to do if they do not hit their ball past the front tee box? Drop their pants and walk to their ball. Hit their next shot with their driver. Buy a round of beers at the turn.
Joey.
And hit it. What's really weird is when I play golf, you have to do 3 of these 4. So.
Oh, Joey.
Joey.
This is a family show.
7 people got that right. 7 people. No, 5 people got that right. And 9 people got that right.
Well, because it's Joey questions.
Wow. Cannonball up to 1980. It's Bob's birth year, if I recall.
And Cannonball coming.
Cannonball. Oh, it's a good top 5 there. Really close. All within, 120 or whatever. In the motion picture Caddyshack, what terrorized greenskeeper Carl Spackler? Was it Chevy Chase? Probably. Rats, squirrel, or a gopher?
The Dalai Lama. So I got that going for me, which is good.
I mean, behind the scenes, it could have been Chevy Chase, but it was the gopher.
But you know,
it was always the gopher.
Normally large gopher.
What are your required movie choices for a golf tournament, Bob? I mean, specifically the Masters because it's Masters week, but I have two movies that I watch almost every year during Masters week. Do you have any?
I mean, it doesn't have to be Masters week for me to watch Caddyshack.
It's fair.
Straight up. That one I can't pull that one into it. But Tin Cup.
Yes, Tin Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And the greatest game ever played.
I love that. I watch Happy Gilmore on almost every Masters week, even though it's the Tour Championship in that one and not, the Masters, and it's the gold jacket instead of the green jacket. But I do not care. I will always watch Happy Gilmore. You can never convince me not to watch Happy Gilmore. And Tin Cup is also a favorite of mine as well. Just such a good movie.
My son and his friends, my 12-year-old and his friends, love Happy Gilmore, and they're excited. They're super excited for the Happy Gilmore 2.
If you've never seen the greatest game ever played, it's the
it's great
story, and it is really good. And it's a Boston-based story, so of course it's a good movie.
And I was in LA when it was being premiered. We went to what movie did we? Anyway, long story, but. There was a whole like red carpet for it, and there was like Bill Paxton or Pullman, which one? One of the Paxton, Bill Paxton and Shia LaBeouf and all on the red carpet going down. Yep. No, it was called The Greatest Game Ever Played. That's what it was. It was about golf.
Badger Vance is also a good one.
That's what my wife remembers. It was about golf.
Yeah, Badger
Vance.
Badger Vance is a good one.
You do get points. You get points because it was also a golf movie.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if the new Happy Gilmore will be good. I mean, I saw that on the first episode of the new season of Full Swing, they did like a little like behind the scenes and there's like a ton of pro golfers in it. A ton of people weren't in there last time. I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like. And also, I just remember last year they did, I think they were doing like filming for it, and they had all the golfers out there trying to hit the Happy Gilmore like slap shot driver shot, and obviously the only person that hit a perfect one was Tiger, because of course he did.
Of course. How many clubs is a player allowed to carry in their bag during a round according to USGA rules? And only 4 people got this one right. It was 14.
I snuck in there at the end because I didn't realize the question was on the screen, but yeah. Constant battle of having to take clubs in and out as I switch my wedges up constantly.
I asked this question after the question. 1 under par is a birdie, 2 under par is an eagle. What is the avian name for 3 under par on a hole? Is it a falcon, a dodo, an albatross, or a pelican? Sam, we asked this question a few weeks ago on our random Wednesday night show, where it's just completely random stuff. If you were to play in the Masters, I believe I said Masters even that time. If you were to play in the Masters and you get to start at the edge of the green for every hole, how well do you think you could do against the field? Do you think you could make the cut? Do you think you could make it to Saturday, Sunday? Do you think you would have a shot?
Let's see.
You've eliminated woods, you've eliminated water, except unless you're putting
So unfortunately, and if any of my friends are watching this, which they're probably not, but any of them could verify, I am one of the worst putters. Like I just have no, especially right now, but usually like it's just very bad feel for me. I would be extremely worried about myself on the edge of the greens. Augusta has some really big green complexes, and they're fast and they're very slopey. I would be very worried about me putting on that bent grass and getting it to stop near the holes. I've seen plenty of people plenty of pros putt balls off these greens and into hazards and into other places. I like to think that I would make the cut, because the cut, +5, +5, +4, that's around what it usually is. So I like to think I'd make the cut, but I have no shot at winning.
Gotcha. If you three putt every one, you are even par.
Yeah,
you're under par. You're birdie in every hole.
Yeah, I don't think I would win. I don't think I would win.
I think I'd be in contention.
Okay, well, you're a much better golfer than I am, Bob. That is for sure. Yeah, I average about a 2 putt per hole normally on the course, with a couple 1 putts sprinkled in there if my GIN is telling me the truth, which I have to assume it is. So
did you just mispronounce gin?
No, GIN. It's like the
I
golf
just
handicap.
imagine you drinking gin on the.
No, it's like the golf handicap.
Some liquid confidence on the course.
It's spelled, yeah. It's basically the official golf handicap index. Basically tells you how good you are at golf. So and it like keeps your stats, and you can track your rounds on there. But I imagine that I would have some trouble on these greens. So maybe there will be a few where I 4 putt, especially on like the bigger ones. I would misjudge the speed. It would just run out, and that would definitely give me some trouble. So I definitely think I would make the cut, but I think I would probably finish in that maybe 1 under, 2 under range, and that would just be top 20.
It's a good
top
payday.
30.
Good payday.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great payday. I mean, yeah.
That's the one thing about golf is it's not what you did before, like every other sport. You get contracts for what you've done in the past. You get paid for what you did that day.
That's pretty nice.
Yep. It's
very humbling. It's very humbling.
Yeah, I can see that.
Next question. Ooh, halfway there.
What player is tied with Sam Snead for the most PGA wins all time at 82? Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Jason Day, Ben Hogan.
Joey's getting smarter. He's not putting the correct picture on there.
That is a beautiful swing, though.
That is it really is a beautiful swing.
People taking their time with this one as well. But they land on Tiger Woods, at least 6 of the 13 that are still playing. Got the right answer. Very good on them.
And it'll stay that way probably for the rest of time.
Cannonball.
It'll probably stay that way.
Cannonball, highest answer streak of 6. Got a couple 100-point lead. You say it'll stay that way for a long time. He's just outpacing everyone else by that much.
Yeah. I mean,
Tiger is done. He's got an Achilles tear to recover from. I mean, Scotty's got 12 now. I mean, he would have to play for 20 more years and win an average of three or 4 a year just to match there. I mean, it's tough. Tiger was an alien, and Snead played for like 35 years. So, you just don't have that kind of longevity in today's age, because injuries are a much bigger part of it with how hard everybody swings.
Yeah, and there's always kids. I mean, that's why I gave up. Is I was hitting driver 5-iron into holes where kids were hitting driver sandwich into. I just couldn't compete anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the amount of technology, but just what these guys are able to do these days is just wild.
What is Jack Nicklaus's nickname? It is also his logo. Is it the Golden Bear, the Silver Fox, the Red Eagle, or the Red Eagle, or the Bronze Lion?
All right, I got a quick Jack Nicklaus story. Now, I was not present.
I had a shark in there, and because there's literally a golfer and the logo.
I was not present for this, but this happened at the golf course I was a pro at down in Florida.
Okay.
They used to have an international men's 4-ball. So when he was in college, he was a chubbier guy, and there was a par 4 that wrapped around to an island green. Mm-hmm. So with the mustard stain from eating 2 hot dogs at the turn down the front of his shirt, tees it up about 3 inches high with the old woodwoods and takes it over the trees and lands it on the green. And 1 putts for eagle. I mean,
what a guy.
The guy to hit the ball, just pure striking it, is unbelievable.
Yeah, beautiful swing too.
Next question. We've only got a few more, Scott.
Yep, we did.
I'm trying to make a valiant comeback here.
Cannonball holding on to that nearly 200-point lead, but Nipsey hot on his tail. Nipping at the, I don't know, I was going to make a joke, but not. What country is the home of the oldest golf course, St. Andrews, in the world? I don't like the way that question is, even with the comma there, but it's, I would have put what country is home of St. Andrews, comma.
As an editor, this is making me tick a little bit.
Yep. And it is Scotland. It is Scotland. Oh, I'm going there in 2 months. 2 months. I'll be in Scotland. I haven't been there for good.
It's the home of your ancestors.
Yeah, I've been there for how many years has it been? Like 7 years, honey?
Speaking of which, that's kind of how we
said
came
7.
up with
My wife said 15.
Fishbowl,
It's in between.
The Scott Fishbowl
long time
this year came up because I came across the Scottish rugby logo, and I could not get out of my mind that this said Scott Fish.
Scottish.
I couldn't get it out of my mind that it said Scott Fish.
That is beautiful.
It almost worked like too perfectly to get the logo in there. Wow.
Oh, God, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, that is really good, Bob. That is really good.
I mean, it's definitely not as good as that one, though.
That's really good.
No, that's a nice one.
I love the Fever logo.
You gotta love the Fever.
Look at this. Oh, Cannonball opening it up. Now over 300-point lead with just 4 questions remaining.
Oh, I gotta keep going. I can't just. Can we just call it?
You gotta click.
Stop the count.
Yeah, you gotta click a button a couple more times. Who are you in this one, Bob?
Cannonball.
You're Cannonball. You can't win.
Who says he can win? It's not my show.
Steve does have this accurate. I probably did teach Bob a little too well. What U.S. state has the most golf courses? Is it Florida, California, Texas, or Arizona? It is probably one of those, if I know Joey.
Well, we've had a couple instances where it wasn't.
Oh, I got this wrong. I'm out of it.
Florida. Florida is the answer.
Yes, back in 92, actually, they said you could build a golf course a week, and you still would not have enough golf courses. 3 years later, they came back and said, we have too many golf courses. So a lot of people lost money in Florida on golf courses.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it is nice. It is nice to be able to go to any one of like 8 or 9 golf courses in a 30-minute radius around where I live. That is one of the best parts about living here for sure.
I know down in South Florida they have a Premier card where you're able to go play some really nice courses as a public player for just cart fees throughout the summer there. So that's an added.
I'll have to look into that.
Interesting.
A Premier card.
Yep.
Question 10. Not including the price of on-site lodging, how much does it cost to play a round of golf in 2025 at Pebble Beach?
I haven't played Pebble, but I've played Torrey Pines, and Torrey Pines is amazing.
Torrey Pines is definitely up there. My dad played it as well, and really just enjoyed it. It's such a nice but such a challenging course.
Yeah, you walk down the fifth hole. I think it's the 5th or the 4th hole. You walk down, and you look over to the left side of the fairway, and you see hang gliders below you. I mean, that's just very, very cool.
The one I really want to play, and I continue to keep hearing like good things about, is Spyglass. Spyglass Hill.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just noticed that Bob's was the only one that went up of that top 5.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
I would have guessed on that one, but I also would have gotten it right because I would have guessed the most expensive one.
I thought it was. I thought I had 600 in my mind for some reason, so I put 675. I wasn't totally sure. They must have upped it since the last time I looked.
Yeah, everything's
too much money. The most I paid to play a course was I played Casa de Campo down in the Dominican Republic on a buddy's bachelor party trip a few years ago, and I think that round was $380 plus the cost of the rented clubs. But talk about a very, very fun course.
Nice.
And they refer to it as the Pebble Beach. That's not Pebble Beach because it's right on the ocean, and it has plenty of holes that border the ocean, just like how Pebble does with the cliffs overlooking the water way below. It's quite a view if you've never played it.
As much as that does say, like, it just. I always thought that doesn't work on their signs and T-shirts where it says "We're the Pebble Beach that's not Pebble Beach." Like,
to be fair, yeah,
the best marketing strategy. Like, it's just a lot of words on the T-shirt, is what it is.
Of course, yeah. Well, this is why I work. This is why I work in sports and not marketing.
Oh, Bob, what do we got for question 11 out of 12?
All right.
Scampers is the highest climber. Good job, Scamps. What does GIR stand for in golf statistics?
Real ones know it's all about the income.
Greens in regulation, golfer inserted in round, greater income rate, grooves in rotation. And chat, what made up answer would you have put in this question with GIR? If you were Joey and you were making up something that starts with GIR. I didn't see the answer, but I think it said greens in regulation.
It was.
Cannonball 10-8-4-5. That is a heck of a score. I wonder if we have a historian watching all these shows and marking down the highest scores of all time. I wonder if anybody's doing that. I have never paid to play on a golf course. Paul coming in with 75 was the most he's ever paid. I have never paid to play on the golf course.
The most I've paid is a cart fee. Usually they will charge you $20 for the cart fee.
There's just too many courses around. I end up waiting. I love playing in the summer because you get to play just everything for so cheap down here. Such nice courses for so little money.
So the host has been cheating and cannot lose this game now because there are 1,000-point questions. But let's see.
This is why I didn't want to host, is because you think I was cheating, but
let's see who else stands on the podium after this last question.
I mean, because whoever comes in second is going to get it.
Or third, or fourth, or seventh.
Depending on,
I'm going to write them all down. I'm going to figure it out.
All right, you ready?
Someone's going to get something.
I mean, I don't even need to answer it. Is what you think?
Nope.
Oh, but I want to see if I can break a record. I'm trying.
Which country has produced more male major winners than any other outside the U.S.? Is it England, South Africa, Spain, or Ireland?
What if I name them all?
See,
I'd like to hear that.
South Africa. Actually, that would have been.
Why did I think it was Spain? Why did I think it was Spain?
I mean, if I name them all, you got Gary Player, you got Bobby Locke, Ernie Els, Retief Goosen,
Louis,
Trevor Immelman, Charles
Louis.
Schwartzel,
Louis.
and Louis, the Oosthuizen, who has a Tiger
Did you get
Slam
Ernie?
for second place. He has.
Did you get Ernie?
Yeah, he had
Okay.
all. He had all 4 majors as a second place finish.
Really?
2. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Louis is just.
I love Louis. The way he hits those pings is unbelievable.
And the guy just loves Augusta. The guy just loves Augusta.
Yeah.
It's always a joy. I still remember that. I think everyone remembers that albatross.
Do we know who Cal is? Is Cal in the chat?
Cal.
Is that that's not even a calico cat. That's just a random orange cat. We have no way of telling. If you're in the chat and you're Cal, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, great. Everybody's going to chime up that they're Cal now.
Yeah, we need some identification. I mean,
email us team@fantasycares.org. We'll figure it out.
You might be too young to remember when Patrick Harrington switched to the fat shaft Wilson irons. He went from major winner to major disappointment.
I am too young for that, but I do remember the downfall of Padraig, so that does make sense.
Yeah, it had to do with him signing with Wilson.
Interesting.
I mean,
Shocker.
So another thing about Tiger Woods is he played with inferior equipment and was beating up people on the golf course. He was playing with the Nike irons that were proven to be horrible. If he had just
it's just how good. That's just how good Tiger is. I mean,
they changed golf courses. They called it Tiger proofing the golf course. They never Shaq proofed a basketball court. They never Jordan proofed the basketball court.
Yeah, not the court, that's for sure. They
changed the playing field because of Tiger Woods. The whole sport changed.
You can call Jack.
You went from John Daly's to Brooks Kopeck's.
Yeah. Yeah. You can call I view like the Tiger Jack conversation the same way I view the Michael Jordan LeBron conversation. Maybe LeBron's the best, the most talented we've ever seen. Maybe Jordan's the greatest because he won the most. Tiger is the best. Jack may be the greatest because he's got more majors and he dominated and he played so much longer. But Tiger is the best golfer to ever play this. Most talented, just raw talent.
He saved
There's
the
nobody
sport.
else.
He saved the sport.
Yeah.
He did what Arnie was able to do, with Arnie opening it up to more, commonplace and, more people of, modest, income, stuff like that, however you view it, because golf was an elite sport. Tiger opened this sport up to a whole new group of people that might have never played golf otherwise.
Very nice.
And just, yeah.
Well, before we get on out of here, I want to take a moment to remind people you can go to fantasycares.org/campaigns and check out the Zach Reed Rookie Report or the Masters contest we're going to be running for this Masters contest. You pick 4 golfers. Make sure to check out Footballguys and all the stuff they got going on and all the stuff Sam does. You want to talk about any of the things you got going on there that they might want to check out?
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, make sure you keep an eye out for our sports betting guide that will be coming out in a couple of months. Very excited. Been working on that, for about a month now. That's going to dive into everything you need to get started, sports betting, player props, using our projections, everything that you need to get started. If you have no idea what sports betting is, that is what this guide is for. And hopefully it does a very good job at educating people.
Good. That's good. That's needed with all these new states coming online every year with gambling. That's good that there's going to be something like that. It's responsible is what I like about it. Yeah. Also, I wanted to mention we have the Rookie Hootenanny tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Zach and J Mike will be talking rookies once again. Only a couple more weeks before the NFL draft here. And then Wednesday night, we have our Wednesday night hangout. Next week on Monday Night Trivia, I'll be here again. I know you're so annoyed, Chad, but I'll be here again for WrestleMania talk. Me and Ian will be on that show, and so will Eric Froton. So you know it's going to be an off-the-rails crazy time. That one might go 2 hours.
I mean, it's a good thing I got like an all-access pass. I might just pop in for a couple minutes to hear this.
This one might be crazy. I'm debating whether I'm going to have Ian next to me or if I'm going to send him in that room with a computer so he can.
Yeah, I mean that's my kids just had something, and I had one down here in the basement, one upstairs, and they were doing some dance party online.
Yeah. Well, Joey's Florida Gators are down by 10 now, which tells me if he would have done the show, they'd be winning. So like that's your fault. Like if they lose, it's actually Joey's fault. I need everybody to remind him of that missing the show.
Right now, it's actually a good time to put money on the Gators in case.
It probably is. So thank you to Sam for coming. Unless you got anything else. Did you do the where you find me too? Did you say Sam Wegman?
Oh, yes.
95?
Yes, you guys can find me. You can find me on Twitter at Swagman95, as always, yelling about every sport.
95 year of birth?
95 year of birth, yes.
I was going to say, I caught the 97 Tiger I was 2 reference earlier, and I'm like, oh, he's a year of birth Twitter handle. That's nice. Swagman, 95. 95, man. I turned 16 that year. Jeez. I was driving around. Fun times. But thanks, Bob. Thanks, Sam. Thank you, Joey, for handing the keys over for tonight. And thanks to the chat for being awesome as always. It was a fun time. With
I hope we didn't lose Joey so many viewers.
I hope not. Nobody's coming. No, people will come for WrestleMania next week. Not for me or Joey but WrestleMania talk.
They're coming for Ian and Froton.
Yeah. You want to click the button, Bob?
I can do that. I just don't know which one to click.
That's always the question. And then when I start talking is normally when he clicks
I feel like I gotta go. Yeah.